I'm calling it feral farming. What it really is experimental farming. I'm straying away from the way people normally farm. I'm not gonna do rows. I've tried rows, they don't work. I've tried monoculture, it doesn't work. I got frustrated because I've tried and tried and tried and nothing would work. So then I just took the seeds and I was like, ah! And it worked. So what's going on here is I started with raised beds, and then I got dissatisfied with the raised beds. And then I just threw a bunch of seeds out. I've got vetch over here, I've got clover, I've got squash and collard greens, and some kale and some beans. And interestingly enough, it's because it's more wild and more natural, things are growing better. Feral farming is using all of my property, every square inch. So what this used to be in this area was just bark and these slabs. So I started with thyme. You can see right here, this is all thyme, so when you touch it, it smells like thyme. And then I put chamomile in there, and I pretty much took every wildflower I could think of, and then I just threw it everywhere. So one of the ways that I'm attracting these insects that get rid of the pest is right here. This here is marigold. You can see the little flower right here. This is marigold, French marigold. It also, the roots go down and get rid of bad nematodes. This is buckwheat. And the buckwheat, grows these little flowers and then brings in the good bugs. For example, in order to get the squash to really produce squash, you need to have it pollinated, just like you do with tomatoes. So by having plants like this that bring the bees in, the bees then go, see these yellow flowers in here? They go into the yellow flowers and then they pollinate so that I get more squash. What makes Los Angeles a great place for testing is, number one, it's the fact that it's mostly clay here, which clay soil is not the easiest soil to grow out of. So I threw out a bunch of different flowers, and this was actually a summer compost blend from Bountiful Gardens, and then daikon. One of the fun things about daikon is they grow down really deep, and then they bring up nutrients. Then you chop the tops and let them die, and it brings all the nutrients up to the top area of the soil.
So Gary's the feral farmer and I'm the feral farmer's wife. So he's always saying, here, look what I've grown. Why don't you make something out of it?
Look at the size of this collard. This would be perfect. You could make some collard green wraps.
That's a great idea. Those are nice giant leaves.
Look at that.
Perfect for a vegan, gluten-free lunch. So these are the collard green leaves that we just cut from the garden, and we're going to use them to make some collard green wraps. I've been soaking them in this pot of water just to soften them up a little bit. And then you're also gonna cut the stalk out of the middle. You can really put anything in it. I'm gonna do something really simple today with some hummus that Gary made. First, we're just going to cut the carrots, matchstick size slices so that they're easy to chew in the wrap. And then I'm gonna do the same thing here with the peppers. Cut them into matchstick size pieces. Now I'm gonna take this corn that Gary just pulled for me. Then you can just slice it off the cob like this. And then just spread the hummus on the wrap. There we go. Put some of these beautiful vegetables in the middle here. Put a little bit of this corn in here like this. You're about to see the magic. And I'm just gonna roll from the end where the stalk was. And there you have it. A delicious collard green wrap roll filled with hummus and vegetables. And it's going to be really delicious.
What am I doing here? I'm doing feral farming. I'm not a green thumb. I never was a green thumb. I'm not scientific. I'm feral. Yeah, I learn. I learn things. I learn how to grow things. I Google stuff all the time. And then I go out and I try and make something happen. And you know what? You can do it too.